Hello, welcome to this second episode of my podcast. And as you can see or hear, my voice is not completely there. And yet, I decided to still tape my podcast episode because this will be on how fears come into our lives and stop us from doing what we want. And it's all about how we decide to show up. This voice, this sore throat, coughing, everything that has to do with my throat chakra gets very activated when I start putting myself out there, when I start showing up, going online, going live, like starting your podcast. My voice starts to react because my body feels so unsafe to share my story, to share my message, to activate my voice. It has been like this for such a long time. And I usually just stop, rest, not do the thing. And today I am here to show up, to activate my voice, even though it is like this. Why this scares me? It's so anchored very deeply inside of me, of it being so unsafe. From when I was young, showing emotions, I was told I was a crybaby because I cried a lot. That's how I expressed my emotions. That's how I expressed anger as well. So anger and sadness were pushed aside because I was too much for the people around me. When I would talk about what I felt, what I saw, again, I was a lot criticized about making up stories, about lying, all because I felt things and saw things that other people didn't. They automatically thought I was making it up and I was lying and I was trying to be interesting. I would get put back. I would be told to stop, to be less, to keep that for me. And that really has had such a big impact in my life. To be able to voice what I need to voice, what I feel I'm being called to put out in the world, is such a stronger feeling now that I am just doing the podcast in the best possible way that I can and making sure that my message can vibrate and get to the people that need to hear it. Today, I believe that everyone has their place. Everyone's message is important to be heard and to be able to embody that and to show up and to stretch my limits and to expand my comfort zone has brought so many wonderful things in my life. I still get to the point where I stop doing what I'm doing. I'm hiding behind sore throat, bad voice, and not doing the thing. But for me, what's inside of me is being so strongly called to come out that I decided to have a really short episode because every time I talk, just to try not to cough at the same time because my throat is really bothering me. It is so hard for me to express what I need to express when I have physical feelings like this, when I have my whole body kind of aching. There's always those little thoughts that come into my head saying, oh, why are you doing this? You shouldn't do this. Your voice, the sound, it's not perfect. And I've decided, like I said in the first episode, that I will be just doing it to be able to show that sometimes something that's imperfect is in fact perfectly done. And yes, I know that it might bother some people. I've had people tell me that there were sounds that I had to maybe fix something, that I had to change something, the way I was speaking. I'm still here and I'm still going forward with this. How do I get back up after I get these signals from my body? The main things that I do is that I listen to what my body is saying. I honor the message and I try to figure out what the message is and how I can listen to it, I can embrace it, and I can move forward. Everything that has to do with my throat, my voice, is always a test to see how I'll react. And usually, I hide, I run, I don't do. So my message today in this very short video, this very short episode, is just for you to really take time to see what makes you happy, to see what lights you up, and to go in the sense of that stronger calling, that thing that like pulls you to go in a direction, even if at the moment I am really honestly telling you, I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea of all the steps I need to do to get wherever I'm going. And I stopped trying to figure it out. I stopped trying to make myself know. I decided to just, how am I going to feel when I get there? And that I know how it feels. And how do I want to feel on my way there? That I can do with. Because at the moment, I'm trying to live my life that way. Going more with the feelings of how do I want to feel? I want to feel safe. Safe to be who I am. Safe to talk about what I want to talk about, different subjects. Just safe in my environment. Safe with the people around me. Of just accepting me with all my quirks. All the, like the way that I talk a lot with my hands. I'm very expressive. And I get these flashes of emotions and feelings sometimes from the environment around me. And I like to be around people that just allow me to be. I can laugh very loudly as I can just stay in a corner. It all depends on the mood that I'm in. So to have that safe feeling of people really acknowledging who I am and embracing that is the best feeling, because I didn't know that for like a long time. Because who I was so criticized. I was being told that no one thinks like that. No one does that. That's not normal. Why are you saying things like that? And after a while of being on this repetitive stuff coming out, you actually start to believe that there's something wrong with you. And today I know, because I've met people who think like me, and I've met people who think differently than me, but I've met people who accept the way that I think. So yeah, being safe and that feeling of safety is also reminding my body that it's safe to speak my words, that it's safe to be seen, that it's safe to not do things in the perfect manner, as long as the heart is in it, as long as why I'm doing it is for the right reasons, then you just go and do it. So I will continue telling my body it is safe for me to explore this. It is safe for me to keep on sharing my words, my wisdom, what I've gone through, what I've learned, and to inspire. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thanks again for all the messages. Just a reminder, it's always nice to have you listening to my podcast, leaving comments. Thank you for the people that started leaving me 5 stars as well. And if you have any topics or you have any questions or you would like to come on my podcast, because I do love to bring people's stories to light, to show how great the evolution is in someone's life, how they've evolved, what they've done, the struggles they've overcome. I really, really enjoy putting other people in the light. So, of course, my podcast will be on those topics as well, of showing you and presenting different women that inspired me, and eventually men. So it was so nice for you to listen to me today, even though my voice is very different. It went pretty well. So I will see you next time.